Rhythm and Soul Radio. I am Marco Nobles. We have our guest line open. Of course, we are on rhythmandsoulradio.com. We are on WHCR 90.3 FM. We are on WHCR.org. And we have the live video stream on mixcloud.com/rhythm and soul radio, twitch.tv/rhythm and soul radio, and live on nws.com. I'm joined on the guest line by Buchi and Tony Nicholas. They have come together to put together a song called "Let's Come Together," which has a story behind it, and thankfully they're here to kind of share the story. Gentlemen, how y'all doing?
Fabulous,
I'm doing
fabulous.
all right.
Excellent, excellent. So, how did this come together? First of all, Buchi, you're from Nigeria. Tony, you've been in the business for years and produced and musical directed for whether it's Gerald Levert or Joe or so many people. How did Let's Come Together come together?
Well, that's Tony. Tony is the great producer that produced this song. But before I got to Tony, on the 23rd of October, I believe, in Cleveland, Ohio, uh, I wanted to do this song, but I've been playing the basic chords for the song for many years. This is just one of the songs I just played. But on the 23rd, I cannot explain exactly what really drove me to get going. I wanted to say something, maybe because of the situation in the country then. The election was coming up, and I felt there's a lot of division, in the country, in the world. So I wanted to say something. And so I decided to make a record. But I didn't know how, because I'd never done a song before. This is the very first time. It is my first song. So I went looking, for a bass player and a drummer. I went to a music academy where they usually repair my guitar. And they told them I was looking for a drummer and a bass player, and they blew me off. They didn't think, I knew what I was talking about. And so I went back to my office. About an hour after that, a brother came in, to fix a computer, because I got a small computer repair shop, here in Cleveland. And so he came in. I told him that I'm looking for a drummer and a bass player. And he said, well, he's going to introduce me to he knows somebody, who could help me out. But an hour after that, I got a call. And who was it? It was David Green. And then David told me he played for the OJ. I said, well, play for the OJ, that's good enough for me. And so I told him after work that I'm going to come down and then, tell him what I wanted to do. And then about 6:30, it was really raining. I mean, one of those days when the rain is falling, you kind of got to stick your face on the windscreen to see. On the 23rd of October 2020, last year. So I found out how to use GPS to find David. And I got to his place and explained to him what I had in mind. He probably thought I was nuts. And so I brought out the guitar. I had my guitar with me, and I started playing, the song. Then we started working on it. And then we got through, that day. And then the following day, he brought a keyboard player. And we worked some more on it. But eventually, cut a long story short, we did this pre-production, I might call it. And then he introduced me to Tony. So I went over to see Tony. And Tony likes the song, and told me that he would like to, produce it. And so we started working on it, and the rest is history. And he brought all the other musicians, really that he had in his stable, people that he's worked with. And then, of course, I have to listen in to choose the right voice. I knew exactly the type of voice I wanted to do this song. And then we just collaborated, and everybody came together, and the magic happened. So that's really, in a nutshell, how this song came about. I think we're really a miracle that we're able to put this, together, and all these great musicians. And of course, I can't say enough about Tony and the patience he had with me, because I never done this before, and the learning curve that I had to go through, to understand how you behave in the studio, and all of that. But at the end of the day, I think a good song came out of it. So that's basically it.
So, Tony, when you met Bucci, did you know that he had never recorded a song before?
Actually, I had no idea because he brought me a great song, and
Mm,
most people don't necessarily make a great song their first time out of the gate. So I had no idea that he didn't have experience. He's a smart guy, so if you talk to him, you're gonna think he knows what he's doing because I mean, he sounds like he knows. And the song, I mean, yeah, I could tell that I could make it better, but I can't deny that he had a solid song when he came to me. I didn't turn it into a good song. I mean, I turned it
mm,
into a record, but he showed up with a good song.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah,
mm.
I didn't think for a second that that was his first time at all.
Right. Now, obviously, this is all in Cleveland. You were both based in Cleveland, but you're originally from Nigeria, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And you mentioned it's your first song, but you've been playing music and doing music for a while. This is just your first opportunity to record a song that you've written.
Oh, oh, yeah. Well, at home, actually, look. I think I was just. I have always enjoyed. As a matter of fact, with a friend of mine in high school over in Nigeria, I built my first guitar because, at home,
Mm.
your parents don't really want you to, play music. They feel like those that play music are losers, and so they want you to be a doctor or engineer and all that. And I agreed. I said, okay, I want to go, study computer science, which is what I studied, and then business administration. And I came here 75, went to Campbell University in North Carolina, and I did that. But all through the years, I've always, you know, played the guitar. I taught myself how to play, the guitar. Uh, I'm not great at it, but I could play the rhythm. Just the basic, the neck, chords. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been really, really, and most of the time I play for myself. I play for friends, and I listen to all kinds of music. So you can say that it was a part of me. Uh, playing music has always been a part of me, but this is a totally different experience, which I'm really glad I got the opportunity, and I've got more songs, than
Mm-hmm.
this one. Really, I've got more songs that I've been putting together through the years, and if I get the opportunity, I would like to share them with the world.
Absolutely. It's Rhythm and Soul Radio. I'm Marco Nobles. We are talking with Buccio and Tony Nicholas, who have collaborated on the song "Let's Come Together." They came together to create this project. Tony, you have worked with so many artists over the years. Hearing something like this from someone who is kind of unknown, what kind of draws you to a project like this? When you heard it, you said it was a good song when you heard it, but I'm sure you hear a lot of people who want to do music. They have a song, they want to record with you. You have your studio there in Cleveland, so I'm sure there's all kinds of people who are coming to you. What is it that is that spark that says this is something I can work with?
Well, all things in life a lot of times is a matter of timing. And I've the rent is paid now, so I'm at a point career wise where I can take on things that are interesting to me. or that, like in this particular instance, the song had a message that I thought that needed to be heard at this stage because of, and everything that Bucci said to me when he brought the song to me, I agreed with. We're at a funny place in American history. um we're quite a bit divided. Not only are we very divided, but we're very aware of the division, because of social
Mm-hmm.
media and all of those types of things. Social media, is a great tool, but tools can be used for good and can be used for bad. So in many instances, social media has been used to amplify the division. And so something needed to be said to make people think about, wait a minute now, we don't have to be divided. I mean, we all are Americans. We're all human beings. We have things in
Mm-hmm.
common that we're not concentrating on those things right now. And some of these divisions are false. They've been created. And so I like what the song said. I like the lyric, and I like the music. I liked it, and it happened to come along in a moment where I had a minute to do something, and I wasn't in the middle of a big record I was trying to finish or what have you. So it's really, some of it is I like the record, and some of it was just a matter of timing.
Mm. They say all things in time. Uh, Buccio, talk about, you mentioned um, this process started October 23rd of last year. Um, when did you actually, was that when you wrote the song, or you had been writing the song throughout the year? Obviously, 2020 was such a crazy year for people worldwide, um, not just here in America. But what was it that kind of sparked the genesis of the song itself?
Well,
Let's come together.
well, well, actually, I have to give credit a lot to Tony because, I no, the song wasn't really written when I started out. I had an idea that this is what I wanted to do, come together, but I had a very long text copy of the song. And then when, I met Tony, and then Tony told me, he told me, he said, look, Butchie, you got to, you got to sing this song, okay? So that if I bring this singers that are going to do this song, so they can have like a template of a song that they can sing. So you got to really sing, sing it. So I came back. You wouldn't believe this whole thing happened in one night.
Hmm.
I came back and I started to whittle the song down. I started writing it from all the long, the long copy that I wrote. I started picking it out, shrinking it down, and then after shrinking it down, I stayed up because, well, got to go back a little bit, because Tony was so gracious enough. Every day when we finished recording, I asked him to give me the CD, the recording. So I come home with it and try to pick it apart. I would play probably, oh my God, probably 100 times, just listening to it, to the song, see where I could make an improvement. And then on that night, he warned me, he said that you got to, if you want to on this song, you're going to go, you're going to have to write it and you're going to have to sing it. So I came home and I wrote it that night and I sang it that night. And so the whole thing was done within about 8 hours.
Hmm.
Okay, writing the song and then singing it. That is so that when the singer is coming to sing it, I wanted a male and a female, and then I had to go through, one or two people before I really found the right voice. And Tony was kind enough to really put up with me. And one of the ladies that I have to pay compliment to also, her name was Audrey Mopin. That's the name, Tony, right?
Yes, Audrey Maupin.
Audrey
Yep.
Mopin. No. So she suggested that Eddie, the guy that sang this song, she suggested that Eddie would be the right voice because I was looking for the right voice to sing it. I didn't think I do sing, but I didn't think for this particular song that I was the right voice to sing it. So I wanted a female and a male, and we went through we went through, some few people until we got until I heard the right voice from, the people that Tony recommended. And then it happened, So when I kind of get goosebumps, when I think about the different dynamics that came together for this song to be, produced. But,
Right.
but I really, really am very grateful. I keep on saying it, to Tony. He probably doesn't believe it, but I mean, I owe him
I believe
everything.
it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
yeah,
I
I
believe
owe
you
him
feel that
everything.
way,
Yeah.
but the song was a good song for real. I mean, yeah. I'm glad that I did it, but somebody would have done it. And honestly, good songs shine through production very often. You can hear a good song; it doesn't necessarily need the songs that really need the producers are the songs that are just okay, because we have to take it from we have to be that last baton on the handoff. But a great song, you can hear through that. So I mean, as much as I may have done, I think people would have enjoyed it if somebody else did it too, because the song is a good song. That's the truth.
Right, right. It's interesting. We've been through this pandemic over the last year and change, and with the shutdown, and particularly musically, not being able to do much. And you said, Tony, timing is everything, because you weren't as busy as you might normally be. Um, and but it all this time has
Hmm.
also fostered creativity, and that's what has come up out of this. It's been a creative process that has caused the creation of the song, and led the two of you together to be able to share this message that was needed when it was written back in October, and is still needed now, because we're still seeing some of the same things going on that we saw so heavily, so prevalently last year. That was like a tipping point, but we're still dealing with it.
Oh
Well,
yeah, because the genie that was let out of the bottle just doesn't jump back in. You know what I mean? It's like once you let it out, now you got a big problem you got to deal with, and you can only fight what we're seeing right now with love. Anything else is not going to work.
yeah, yeah. Marco. I was just going to add that my thing is that we have two choices here. In this world, we're either going to work it out, really to compromise, get together, talk over whatever differences that we have, or we're gonna have to kill each other, out. And then one this thing is going to be left, standing. But we have so many problems, global warming, okay, wars everywhere, and then over here in the country we got so much division. I was just hoping, this song, I would like everybody in the world to hear it, but at least to touch some people so that they can maybe might help in a little bit, just to tamper things down. That doesn't mean that we don't face reality and push back against certain things that are really wrong with the society. But we also like to, it would be a good thing to really simmer down a little bit and listen to each other, instead of it's only my way or the highway, you know. And that's what I was really trying to do. I was trying to put this message through a song, uh, and hopefully that it might get through that thick wall that divides us, so that we can recognize our own common humanity, you know. And that's the theme of all the songs I would like to write. It's just peace, get along, tolerance, empathy, you know, and try to be in other people's shoes.
Right. So you mentioned that there are other songs that you have written and you'd like to share. Is there any plans for additional music, additional singles, maybe even an EP or a full album?
Well, yeah, yeah. I would like to do an album, of not just a few songs, not like they do in the old days where you have 12 songs or things like that. probably, under half a dozen.
Mm.
And yes, I've been doing writing.
EPK.
I've been doing writing, a lot of writing, and then some, sometimes I'd be asleep and some song will come to me. I wake up and hum it into my phone. So I have a lot of uh, what do you call it? Rhythms or melodies and so forth that are really stored in my phone. Probably there are about 30 or 40 of them, or different type of beats. And that I could really develop into, songs. So it'll be just kind of hard for me to choose which one to go with. But if I could, have somebody like Tony, who is extremely busy, and that's the problem. I just don't have the time. He doesn't have the time, really to. But hey, if he can make the time and work with me again, I would really be very appreciative of that because I wouldn't want to work with anybody else. Um, if only he could, find the time to work with me. Sure, sure.
Well, we certainly look forward
Well,
to.
kind of put me on the spot there.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna go right past that, Tony. I
On the
one thing
spot a
we're
little
gonna,
bit.
I wasn't gonna follow up on that. I was
Good
gonna
looking
leave.
out.
I was gonna leave you alone. But hopefully we can get to hear these songs at some point, whether it's Tony or somebody else that you're able to work with. Let's Come Together is a great song with a great message, as we've said, and more people need to hear it, and we'll do our job spreading it. Buccio, I mean, I know this is all new to you. Is there a way for people to follow you, whether it's a website or your Facebook page, what have you? Is there some way for people to kind of, learn more about you and the music and the message?
Yeah. Well, we have. Well, we are on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
under Buchi O. Let's Come Together, and also Facebook.
Okay.
It's What's That Music on your
Okay.
cover, yeah, or Buchi O on Facebook. Um, and also Spotify and all the other outlets, record outlets, like Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, iTunes,
Mm-hmm.
and different platforms, that I have that we are on, but if you just type in Buchi or come to go, let's come together on YouTube, you will pop out, you know, because we
Excellent.
now on have a pretty very easy presence on YouTube. But it's also in all the platforms where anyone can really buy the record or stream it or listen to it. Um, so yeah.
Excellent. Tony, I know you are always busy. Any projects you want to share that you have coming up that we should be looking out for?
I'm working with a young lady in Shreveport, Louisiana, named Mariah Hester.
Mm.
She is the truth, sir.
Okay.
I'm working with a young man named Stephen Fowler in Atlanta, who is also a very, very talented young man. And I have a band project of my own that's going to be released in June.
Excellent, excellent. Well, certainly keep us posted. We certainly want to continue talking to both of you gentlemen about upcoming projects and upcoming music. And we thank you for coming together for Let's Come Together, which we're going to play right now here on Rhythm and Soul Radio. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So much going on in the world. So many divided.
We're better than this. Let's come together. We're better than this. Let's come together. Oh, there comes a time to bury the past. Magic happens when together we pull. Come walk with me. take me right to a better place, because with love we're better than this. Let's come together. We're better than this. Let's come together. Talk to me, make me right. Walk with me to a better place, to bury the past better than this.
Together,
Come together.
better than this. Let's come together. We're better than this. Let's come together.
There comes a time to bury the past. Magic happens when together we pull. Come walk with me, take me right to a better place, because with love we're better than this. Let's come together.
We are better.
We're better than this. Let's come together. Talk to me,
Talk to me.
make me
Let's
right.
make it right.
Walk with me to a better place,
Better place.
to bury the past. We're better than this.
Together we move.
Come together.
Together we pull. Come together. Together we pull. Come together. We're better than this. Oh, we're better than this. We're better than this. We're better than this. Let's bury the past. Oh, come on and walk with me. Come to me, all ye heavy laden. Let's just bury the past and come together. I miss you, my friend. Let's come together. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's bury this hate and come together. I miss talking to you. I miss our fellowship. Let's come together. Oh, come together. We're better than this, better than this, better than this. We're better than this, better than this, better than this. Come together. To a better place, come together. No more hate, a better place. Come, let's come together.